Srimati Apoorva Srivastava, who by the way says she doesn't feel new anymore, so that's a great sign. Mrs. Srivastava has taken charge less than 6 months ago, but has been so active in her outreach to the community that it seems like she's been here with us for many years. We at Panorama have been very appreciative of her support and engagement while planning for this event, so thank you so much. I take this opportunity to welcome other members of the Diplomatic Corps from the Indian Consul General's office. I would also be remiss in my duties as the host for today's spectacular program if I did not acknowledge the presence in our midst of the members of the federal, provincial parliaments, and our municipal government and the police. I'd like to personally welcome MP Ramesh Sangha, MP Rudy Sahota, which I haven't seen yet, but hopefully she'll make it before 1. MP Sonia Sidhu, MP Soraya, Parliamentary Assistant and MP Parm Gill, Parliamentary Assistant and MP Rudy Cozetto, MPP Singh Soraya, MPP Deepak Anand, Mayor Patrick Brown, and Superintendent Brad Rose. So thank you so much for being here with us today. It is heartwarming to see such a large congregation of Indo-Canadians and those from the Indian origin gathered here at Pearson Convention Center to celebrate India's 71st Republic Day. Friends, on India's independence and Republic Day celebrations, Panorama India brings together Canadians of Indian origin to celebrate the twin characteristics that are common to our similar identity: multiculturalism and unity in diversity. Panorama India has created a platform for Indo-Canadians to come together to celebrate India's unity in diversity in Canada's multicultural milieu. As members of the Indian diaspora, we are proud of the rich diversity that makes us the land of origin, such as one with full of enriched tapestry. Having become Canadians, we are proud of the equally varied multicultural mosaic we call home. It is this combination of our Canadian and Indian characteristics that help us blend effortlessly and effectively into the Canadian mainstream. It is also the pivot that propels us to make ceaselessly sterling contributions to the fabric of Canadian society. Panorama India provides an avenue for Indo-Canadians to collectively transform our association with India from one that is emotional to one that leads to a tangible economic development. Whether it is culture and arts, or public life and politics, or academia, or business and commerce, or a contribution to the community development and philanthropy, one finds Indo-Canadians reaching new heights of achievement in each of these fields. Panorama India has provided a platform for all to come together to revel in our unique, connected world. Our goal is to build partnerships and provide a platform where diverse Indo-Canadians can showcase their talent and bridge Indo-Canadian relations through celebration of culture. Hence the Panorama Idol competition we did and all the programming that you will be seeing today. Panorama India began as an extension of the cultural arm on behalf of the Indian Consul General's office, but today it has become a universal platform that propagates the idea of India and Canada together. Panorama India is comprised of a board of directors who are all volunteers. And each of these individuals gives their time for free and gives a lot of dedication. So I'd like to actually personally mention each one of them. And yes, feel free to clap as I mentioned your name, because Mr. Sanjay, Vice Chair and Director of Vendor Management, Ms. Sumeeta Kohli, who's Director of Culture and Programming, Ms. Vedhi Bhagat, Director of Community and Programming, Mr. Janak Bhavani, who's Director of Hospitality and Logistics, Mr. Sanjay Makkar, Director of Finance and Sponsorship, Ms. Anuradha Grover-Tejpal, who's Director of Social Media, and Ms. Anusha Iyer, who's Director of Administration. So thank you to them for their dedication and service. Panorama India is an organization that is non-profit, and we proudly execute these events for free. We cannot do this without the support of very kind sponsors who truly step up and provide funds to deliver such events. I'd like to quickly thank, and I think it's an important recognition, is the following. SBI Bank, who is and has been for the past several years the presenting sponsor for Panorama Idol. I know we have wonderful people here from SBI. CIBC and Simplii Financial for their support as presenting folk dance competition. Air India, who is our presenting sponsor for bringing us the very talented Gurinder Seagal. And Air India actually has a flight leaving today, so the representatives will come after the flight leaves. That's dedication. Host, who is our bronze sponsor, and I believe Jay is here as well, so thank you so much for Host, and they have a fantastic stall set up in our food hall. Easton's Group, who is our hospitality sponsor, and Hemdeep Singh for all his sponsorship and dedication for photography, so thank you so much. I also want to thank our judges for giving their time for mentorship for Panorama Idol and Folk Dance competition. Why I want to recognize them is when we do the Idol competition, that is really a day that starts from 9 a.m. to 6, sometimes 7 p.m. These judges sit there and judge 60 contestants who then perform multiple songs. They do this free of charge, just giving their time and experience. So I think it's very important for us that we recognize them, and they're going to be here for the grand finale as well. So for Panorama Idol judges, Mr. Deepak Gandhi, Ms. Manoshi Chatterjee, and Mr. Prasajit Dilbra. And our folk dance judges are Vishali Panwar, Pooja Amin, and Parm Dani. As we grow, we become the shapers of Canada's destiny. And Panorama India is helping mold that destiny by empowering Indo-Canadians through a community platform that encompasses all the varied identities. It is your support that makes us a strong organization and gives Panorama India the necessary impetus to grow bigger with each passing year. I want to say thank you to all of you for your support. But most importantly, I want to acknowledge for the last 6 years, we have had a very dedicated chair who I took over from, and she built a beautiful platform. So I want to thank Ms. Srivastava, who's right here in the front step. And you will see her a little bit later, I promise, on stage. But I do want to thank you, Anu, for all your hard work on behalf of Panorama India. I want to thank Gurinder Seagal, who's going to do a special live performance later today. He's very excited. Can you see that? And Gurinder, if you're not familiar, you should become very familiar. He's a young and up-and-coming artist. He's done songs on Race 3, Nawabzade. He's a composer, he's a writer. He's kind of all in one. And very recently, the movie Street Dancer 3, which launched, and we love the videos. That main song is his. So he has a very special performance that he's doing later on, and he's going to be the judge for the Idol contest. So thank you, Gurinder, for being here. In that, I want to end the recognition, but I want to ask and invite all of you to stay for the day. It is a very exciting day. There's a lot of things that are going to be happening later on, and I promise you that you will not leave. You will leave satisfied and had a great day. And truly, this is a celebration for us. So we want to say thank you to you for bringing your families out with this weather. At this point, I'd like to invite our Consul General, Apoorva Srivastava ji, if she can come on stage and say a few words. Thank you, Apoorva ji.
And on behalf of our board, we all want to thank Sumeeta Kohli as well. Board cannot function if you don't have a good leader. Sumeeta literally took over from Anu. Within days, she has been amazing. So big round of applause for Sumeeta Kohli.
When we adopted our constitution, we stood impoverished by years of colonization. The partition of the country had also taken its toll. At that time, the naysayers had given India only a few weeks. And yet, India lived on. It not only survives, it thrives. Even at our weakest hour following independence, we put our trust on democracy and a universal adult franchise shaping the future of our country. It was the single biggest empowerment of humanity in history. That faith we placed in our people have been redeemed. The collective wisdom of our people has become the manifest destiny of our people and guided India to growth and glory. The power of people to elect and to change government is paramount, and no one in India can take away the will of people for granted. We are now in the third decade of our 21st century. This is the decade of the rise of new India and the new generation of Indians. India is on track to soon becoming a 5 trillion economy, a good growth rate, a sizable young population, and the vast market potential offer the opportunity to businesses, including the Canadian ones, to scale up their growth and make a mark in the global market. The recent budget, which was passed only yesterday, had underscored our government's commitment to investing in the improvement of infrastructure as well as innovation environment in India. From highways to metros, in new airports to quantum computing, India is the place where opportunities are. For our friends in Canada, it represents an excellent investment opportunities. As friends and strategic partners, as multicultural democratic nations that cherish liberty and celebrate the rule of law, India and Canada have immense interest in not only growing bilateral relations but also in each other's success as strong united nations. In the past few months, our bilateral relations have been on the upswing. Indian students in Canada now number more than 200,000, becoming the largest international students. The number of Indian tourists visiting Canada now exceeds 300,000 per year. Bilateral trade between India and Canada has also risen 61% in the last 5 years to cross $9 million. Over the last 4 years, Canadian investors, including Canadian pension funds, have pledged over $45 million in India. This is an impressive and strong base to build upon. As an essential country in the life of the planet, Canada, and as 1/6 of the humanity, India, have a larger role to play in charting a more equitable and sustainable future for our world. We look forward to collaborating with Canada on issues of common interest, ranging from combating global terrorism to managing climate change. Friends, we are extremely proud of our overseas community, especially the Indian community in Canada, which has through its hard work and dynamism brought glory to the motherland. Your success here in Canada and the way you have integrated with the Canadian society is an example for all overseas community. You bring vitality and resilience to Canada, contributing to Canadian life in every field, from politics to commerce, from academic to arts. As Prime Minister Modi said, the color of your passport's cover may have changed, but the passion for India that you carry in your heart remains the same. Our government recognizes the stellar role that Indo-Canadian have played in being the bedrock of India-Canada relationship. A recent example is awarding Mr. Prem Vatsa, eminent Indo-Canadian, for his services to business and industry, the Padma Shri, one of the highest civilian awards in India. Friends, in the last 5 months, there has been high-level visit to Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, External Affairs Minister, and Minister of Civil Aviation and Urban Development, which demonstrates the commitment of India for betterment of our bilateral relations. As we look ahead at a wonderful partnership with Canada, I can only recall the words of our External Affairs Minister who said, "The future beckons us, we must display the commitment and energy to shape it together, and together we will make it happen." Thank you all for making me and the consulate part of this wonderful celebration, and thank you all for coming in this snowy day. I again wish you all the 71st Republic Day of India. Thank you.